What up, G's? It's your boy, Prophet74. Today, I'm going to bring you different angles, different views. What we're going to do, a DIY project. That's right. We're going to do the arcade machine, a homemade arcade machine for all of you guys out there. I have Lion Nova helping me out on this little corner right here. And you're going to see what she's going to be doing right now. We're going to put the buttons together for the Pizza Resistance. So, this machine is going to have the ultimate arcade. And when I mean ultimate, we're gonna put a PC on one of them. We have actually two, not one but two. We're gonna build two of them. So on this machine, I preset the holes already, and we're gonna go ahead and check it out, see how it goes. I hope you guys can hear me. We're using a new mic right now, and we're gonna see how long we can record and go along with this thing. So let's go ahead and check it out, y'all. Let me see how good it looks right now. I'm trying to see the stream right now, and it seems like it is working. So I'm gonna be moving side to side, so let you guys know. And welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Prophet74 again. If it's your first time out here, if you hit the like and subscribe, and we're gonna put the audio too. I forgot to put the audio. Let's put the chat. Yeah. We're gonna put the audio for you guys. For all you guys out there that want to put the audio comments, the audios are there. We're gonna listen to your questions. What we're gonna do, we're gonna pretty much set up the buttons first for the system. So we are gonna do the button system first. So what Lion Nova is doing right now, she's actually getting all the package. So what I did, I ended up buying something from Amazon, where it's an LED lighting buttons. It's for arcade system. Now the price of them have rise so much that it used to be $25 now, and then I bought them for $35. Now they're $69. I guess
Lone Star.
What's up, Lone Star?
What's up?
What's up, Lone Star? I got my assistant today, and we're actually gonna do a DIY. I'm gonna take you guys a little in depth on my little studio here too, so you guys are gonna get a little treat. It's a mess. Just it's a mess. I haven't had time to clean up. I've been so busy, and we're trying this new mic. I hope you guys can hear it. Can you guys hear me good? Lone Star, you can hear me good? If you say yeah, I will say okay, fine. Sometimes it might be too loud. All right. So right now, what we're gonna end up doing is, if you guys see Lion Nova opening the boxes out there, and she's gonna try to get them together, and she's gonna show you guys what she's doing step by step on setting up the buttons. Now the buttons are a little difficult, so you have to follow the instructions. There's instruction for two. Nova, can you give me one of the instructions? Nova. Here you go. The books. There's no book, so I can show. It should be like a little piece of paper. Yeah, there you go.
Lone Star. Yes, you're good.
Okay, good. So when you buy the buttons, let me have one of the buttons so I can show the buttons. So when you buy the buttons, they come pretty much wrapped up like this. And what you do is, like, they give you some instructions that are horrible. I mean, don't go by them. I mean, I try to go by them, but they're not very good. The angle of the picture is like way off. It doesn't even show you where the ground is at, so you gotta figure out. So it took me quite maybe a couple clicks here and there to figure it out and do it yourself. And what we're gonna do today, we're gonna put this bad boy together. So I'm gonna give you a little demo. So what happened was, I built a small unit, and it was a hit. I mean, we had Thanksgiving, everybody was playing that sucker. All the old school games. I put up here arcade. That's all I did, arcade. So we're gonna put these buttons in here, and the way it works, I'm gonna show you guys how it works. Let me move the camera just a little bit, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see. There we go. So there we go.
How do I open this?
Oh, okay. Oh, I need give me a wire cutter, that yellow one. Okay, I'll open that one. So it comes with all these cables. Pretty much they give you the cables, and they say, hey, you're on your own on this one. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what you need to do on this, all right? Here, Nova. So what you do is you grab this button here, and you got to go 30 centimeters, okay, of a hole. So sometimes make sure you do a pre-test before you even start drilling. And once you drill in, I'm going to show you exactly how it goes. So these have LED lights, and of course, if they fail, they're replaceable. You could buy these on Amazon. So if you're going to build your own arcade, There's hundreds of different ways to do it. Now, I set these buttons up. I preset them up already. But you just pretty much drop them in there. And once they drop, you tie them down in the bottom. And once you tie them down, they really won't move at all. Right now they're movable, but then when you tie them up, they won't move at all. And the buttons are ready to go. Right now they're not functioning because I have pretty much the setup that we're going to use right now. But they're going to be lighting up the whole thing. We also preset some holes here too. And I have actually measurements of this stuff for the monitors. And I'm going to show you a little demo of what I'm talking about, how we're going to set it up. And I know this place is blank. The reason I left this one blank is because I'm going to put a keyboard. I'm going to roll out a keyboard from here, and we're going to type it in because it's going to be an ultimate machine on this one. I'm going to put an arcade / video game / computer / everything. I mean, I want to play Wii games, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo, everything, you know, that you can play on the freaking computer. You're going to be able to do it. So I'm going to build a machine, a computer right behind this. And it's going to have a water cooling system in here that we're going to put in place. And at the moment, we have one button done. Hold on. Here, you want to put that one together. So we got one button done, and we're going to do pre-colors. Sometimes we're going to mix them around, blue, red, whatever it is. So I bought all these buttons. Let me see if you guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see perfectly. Put this on this side, a little bit down. There we go. So we're going to put the first button, and the first button I think I'm going to put blue here in the bottom. You can take them off. The way you take them off, you just flip them, you sideways, and they come out easily. So I'm not going to even plug them in yet. I'm just going to let them loose. As long as they're set up in here first, we should be okay, you know. So let me set this one up. Blue goes here, and then tie this up. Once it's in there, I'm gonna clip the sucker in there. There we go. You can tie them as much as you want. They won't move. You could get rid of this dent if you want. It's up to you, but I prefer it being there. So let me take you a little demo of what I'm doing. So the way it works, let me zoom out back. The way it works, it's gonna have drawers. We're gonna put drawers in here. We're building custom drawers that pull out, and you're gonna be able to put them back in here and here too. So we're gonna be able to use it for setups of you could save anything you want. You know, the computer's not gonna go in here. We actually have the computer sit in the back. So here's another button that we're talking about. So this is pretty much it. We could drill some holes in here. I was thinking about putting another holes here on the side, so if you want to ever play like pinball machine games. The monitor is going to go here. It's made for enough room for a 27-inch monitor. I was going to go wider, but you know, size-wise, we're okay. We haven't built anything on top. I'm still gonna drill some holes, maybe cut it out, and maybe put some glass in there. LED lights are gonna go here. They're gonna go right behind the monitor too. We're gonna have LED lights behind the monitor. We're gonna have all the buttons set up. So pretty much I pre-punched all the holes already, and 4 holes here. Main power supply and the HDMI is gonna go through here. And pretty much the color is ugly. It's don't look at the color right now because we're gonna put a what do you call it? We're gonna put a masking on it. We're gonna hide this stuff, you know. And it's gonna be. We're also gonna do a pre-line up here for the with a throttle here. Lining it up. Maybe put some plastic in here, and I don't know. We're gonna do a lot of great stuff with this. And just to let you guys know, I have 2 of them, not 1, 2. So the guy that wants this, it's not for me. This is not mine. Mine's is sitting over there if you want to see it. It's sitting on that side. So this one right here is pretty much it's for somebody that's in that saw my setup and they wanted it. So I told him, if you're gonna build one, you're gonna have to build me one too. So, and I told him to leave this gap here. I kind of designed this whole thing myself. So the keyboard is for me. It's for the keyboard. On his is gonna have the actual speakers right here. The speakers are going to be hidden right here, right in this part of it. Mine is going to have the keyboard pop out, and it's going to have USB line up on the side of it. We're going to do another USB connection in here. So the wood was not expensive, you know. The wood probably around 70, 80 bucks, somewhere around there for the wood. It's not the greatest wood. Some of them are leftover pieces, and it stands pretty tall. I mean, I'm standing up side by side, and this is how tall it is, and I'm close to 6 feet, so it's pretty big. I know I have the camera set up pretty close, so let me put it a little bit further back. Now you're gonna see some of my junk in the back. I haven't cleaned up. Oh, here so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try to work around you guys and set up some buttons. I don't like to turn my back on the camera, but hopefully you guys can see. Color wise, the colors, we could just go on any color so we want. I prefer the red one on the top for some reason. I'm hooked on the red. And we could just chat if you guys want to chill out. I'm not really gonna do anything technical. Nobody's doing all the technical stuff out there. And if you guys see her, she's actually putting it together as we go along, and she's putting one wire at a time. And can you explain which wire to what black, where does it go? Just show them in the camera.
So there's a small black one and a big black one, and the small one always goes in the bottom one in the middle.
That's a ground. Just to let you guys know, it's called ground.
And then the big one goes always on the black side, or it won't work.
Yeah, so it's color coordinated. See the red side? Show them the red side. The red cable is going to connect there. All right. So it's pretty simple. It tells you what color on the actual casing. So just remember that it's color coordinated, but the black goes in black. It's a ground, all right? And then the blue one goes underneath.
So top, underneath something.
Yeah. Either way, it's going to be underneath. The hardest part of this system is probably setting up and lining up the actual joystick, because you got to be center it and make sure it doesn't hit any in the corners, and you're able to move the stuff. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to plug it in right now. We might do that tomorrow. Today we're going to try to finish all the buttons. And tomorrow we're going to do the Raspberry Pi. And we're doing little by little, you know, on the whole setup. And of course, I try to keep all the colors together because some LED lights are programmed red already. So I keep them red. And try to keep all the wires near each other, because the problem is that if you don't keep them near each other, you're gonna have a problem. And also, can you explain to make sure the covers, the plastic covers, are there, Nova?
The plastic?
Yeah, the plastic. The plastic, you know, the little cover.
Yeah. Make sure they're on it.
Yeah. We don't want any shorts on the system, so. Like some of the cable fell. See how the plastic is there? So we just make sure it's nice and tight. And right now I don't have an eye on the back, but I'm doing it by feel most of the times. There we go. Once you can loosen it up, tie it up some more. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing right now. So basically on this thing, you got to twist it, and it comes off. Underneath of it, you guys see underneath of it, there's some little tooth in here, and there's a little tooth that goes in down, twist. So pretty much you have to find the twist, and you twist it, and it locks in. Now to loosen it up, the same thing. All right, so. Thank you. I'll put some music, but I can't. Oh my god. Copyrighted on some of the stupid stuff. People are just so freaking crazy these days, you know. What you want, dog? Here. There we go. Come here, Ugly. This is Ugly.
Jax.
He's ugly. He's an ugly son of a bitch. Well, he is a ugly son of a bitch. I just call him ugly. But he's always nosy. He's a nosy son of a bitch. He's always here. That guy never goes anywhere. He's always bothering me to do all sorts of things. But he's
Lone Star, Yo Jax.
See, you didn't know this guy already, man. He's popular. He's famous. Are you famous? Yeah, you ugly.
Lone Star, no he handsome.
He's adorable.
Alright, can't beat it, son of a bitch. Beat it. Alright. Now we're gonna do the more red button. So I'm trying to keep color coordinating on both sides. The camera's a little crooked. Let me fix it a little bit. There we go. And we're using different angles today, different angles. Let me move this more over here so we kind of. There we go. So what you want to do again, like I said, let's put it this way. There we go.
Let's have another one.
Oh, thank you. And we're gonna number these. We're actually gonna do we're gonna go by a book that I have, and not actually a book, some instructions I found online from Reddit. The instructions are pretty simple to follow. All you gotta do is connect them on their angles. So I'm actually gonna set them up so you guys can see them exactly what I'm talking. If you end up purchasing these buttons, of course. And of course, not all the buttons are the same. You know, the instructions clearly tell you that they're not the same. And I don't tie it up completely underneath because I want to be able to move this and make sure it does grab on. There we go. Once I tied it up, I want to make sure I can swing the cables where I want to connect. And can I have the little USB connection so I can show? Yeah, that one. Just one. So on the USB card, it's a USB card that plugs into the Raspberry Pi or computer if you could decide to do either one. What you need to do is you got to decide that this can't be too far away from the other cables. And the reason I have Supernova here is because she's a pro at setting these things up. So believe it or not, she's the one that does the cabling. So here, they are preset. We have a function how we're gonna do X, Y, Z, and all that stuff. I have a whole setup for it. If you guys, I could publish in a couple pictures of how they should be in, because they identify with the Raspberry Pi really simple. If you start moving in different coordinations, you're gonna have to reprogram the whole Raspberry Pi. You can do that, but sometimes I had a problem where it didn't identify both of them, and if the way I did it, it identifies both sides as separate keyboards, as separate joysticks. So the way I set it up, like I said, it divides them. But if you don't, you're gonna have a lot of problems. So this is something I found it through Reddit, and it was an old post, and I kept the instructions. So if you guys are interested, hopefully you find this useful. I'll put a picture of it. I'll try to see if I can squeeze it in at the end. But basically, you gotta find a place where you underneath where you're gonna have all the cables managed to the center, to this part. So you got to find a location, and these are 3 pins, all right? So you got to find a location where you're going to have it. Either you're going to plug it in here, on here, but underneath, of course. I'm going to screw it in on the top from the bottom, and I'm going to tell Novely exactly how to plug them in later down the line. Maybe tomorrow we'll do another video on that part, on the plugging in. But for today, we're just gonna set up the cables and have it all tangled down the bottom. And like I said, this can't be too far away from this cable. This cable's about less than a foot long, so you gotta make sure you're around this area. And on top of that, this keyboard and these cables have to connect to also. So my best bet, you will plug it in somewhere in here underneath on the bottom. It's close by anything. And if you see, the USBs are pointing that way, so it's gonna be this way underneath, all right? They're pointing back out that way. Raspberry Pi will probably be underneath here. I like to put it right next to it, or in the back of this system, so it could be maintenance. You could have, if you ever want to replace the stuff, it's better to have in the back. Right now, I don't have anything in the back. I haven't set up anything. On the one I'm gonna build, right, the one behind me, I'm gonna put glass, like fake, not glass, plastic. You know, so we're gonna put plastic so you can see through, because I want to make sure all the bells and whistles are going to be running in the back, you know. And now I'm going to put a water cooling system to look, you know, eye-catching and stuff like that. So we're going to try to do LED lights. We're going to try to go all out on this one just because it's our, you know, our big one, our main one that we want to do. Like I said, the color itself right now is yellow because the guy wanted to do Pac-Man. He wanted me to actually draw the designs and do all that stuff for him manually. I say, hell no, I ain't going to do none of that right now because I'm not going there. It will take me quite a while to do some of that.
Can you open this?
Yeah. Well, give me. Oh. Okay. And the good thing about these controllers, they're made in China, but they're really good. I freaking love them. I mean, for a product that's made in China, it's not that bad. I mean, I was very impressed with it. They send you all lined up. You don't have to solder none of them. You don't have to clip them. They're all ready to go. I freaking like them. Here you go.
Thank you.
Green one. Here, can you put this back there? I don't want to lose this. Thank you. Green one should go on the top. Okay, I'll put it on the top.
How many more buttons do you need?
I need all of them.
Oh, I have 2 more.
2 more. How about the first player, second player?
Is it the same way?
Huh?
Is it the same
Yeah,
setup?
same. Everything's the same. Yeah.
I didn't know if it was the same, that's why I didn't do them.
No, they're the same. Okay. And we can always test these out. The buttons, we can always test them out. In fact, can I have a USB? Let me test them out. Just make sure the USB cable too. There should be a long USB.
ER792105. What's up, Primo?
What's up, Primo? What's up, Enrique?
Or
So this is the joystick. No, you don't have a USB. They didn't give you a USB black cables.
what do you mean?
Black long cables, no?
Oh yeah, those.
Yeah, those. Yeah. I'm going to show you guys how this works. So we're building the arcade system here. And I'm going to connect one so you guys can see. Let me see if I could get a USB connection in here closely. Because it's a little farther off. So let me see if I could get you guys a demo. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to get... I'm just going to plug it in so you guys can see it. So plug a USB here. Hopefully I won't knock the whole network down. So I'm going to plug this sucker after I plug one of these in. So the way it works, you plug in any of these things. My computer is going to identify it as a joystick. So what you do is, just to test out the LED lights, because some of the lights don't work all the time when you buy them.
ALMOT2000. Is it a sturdy piece of kit?
Yeah, it's really good. This is my second one I buy. I'll put the description after the video, but it's a really good kit. And like I said, the only problem is that that I found is that you have to line them up at certain position. These buttons have to be a certain position, or they're not going to work together. If you're connected to a Raspberry Pi, if you're connected to a PC, it could be randomly connected. All right, but just take a note of that. It took me quite a while to find the actual formation of these, because they give you instruction. It tells you to plug them in however you want, but that's not true. For a Raspberry Pi, you need to go by uniform. For PC, you could connect them anywhere you want.
ALMOT2000. Cool.
All right, let me show you how it works. So I got a USB here. It's a big, fat USB. All right, you plug them in. Oh! Nah, just kidding. So it lights up, and here's the light. If you guys hear my computer.
ER792105. I'm glad you are making one.
Yeah.
I'm going to show Diego.
Oh, all right.
He's
all right.
going to want to make one.
Yeah, it's really fun. Supernova's making one.
ALMOT2000. Ha.
Yeah. So what you do is, this is lining up. See the buttons? You can program these buttons too to line up and do certain colors. But right now, I'm not into that yet. I haven't changed any of the LED lights.
First player and second player.
They come with first player, second player, coins. I mean, and you could also change the designs. You could actually put letters on these buttons. You could screw this off and add your own.
ER792105. What your cast?
What's my cast? I don't understand. What's my cast? So casting fishing or what? Or streaming? So right now we're doing a big arcade system. That's what we're doing. If you guys are here for, we're building an arcade.
ALMOT2000. Sweet.
Sweet. All right. So what we're doing right now, we're just setting up and I'll show you how simple it is. You could test every button out before you even plug it in there. So let me just plug it and make sure it's in there. There we go. So the buttons light up. Come on, don't fail me. You know. Another thing is that let me see if I can move this. The buttons are really simple to actually replace the LED lights. So if you don't like the color or it's fading, they actually give you extra lights too. They give you 2 of them and 2 extra buttons too. So besides you buying the regular buttons, they come with extra additional buttons. Now, like I said, LED lights, you know, they come in pre-wire already, so you don't have to solder none of this stuff. Like the older stuff, you had to spend hours soldering everything. But today, I'm not doing that. You know, I'm kind of glad that. Oops, the putty just came out. So if you guys see that, how simple it is to the LED light. It's like a Christmas light. If you guys see that at the bottom of it. Let me see. I'm trying to focus in. Yeah. So and there is a clip in here, and it does kind of have to clip in there. But I'm trying to find the. There we go, the niche. So the buttons in there, and like I said, you could change, you could print out your own label.
ALMOT2000. Do you solder though?
I do solder. I actually have a whole soldering kit, a brand new one I just bought. You know, a really good one. I solder a lot of stuff. In fact, if you guys want to come back later, I'm gonna be soldering not this week, but maybe next week. We're gonna solder a couple parts together that I'm gonna pre-build. LED lights. We're actually gonna solder some of the LED light stuff. And like I said, coins, the coin machine, and they give you.
ALMOT2000. Thumbs up sign.
Thank you, sir. So
That's spot. At 2000 is now following.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for following us. All right. So right now, what I'm doing right now is I'm just gonna demonstrate. Make sure that the USBs are working with the LED lights. That's pretty much how you test it out. I mean, you plug it in directly, and there's a power indicating that there's power in here. There's enough power. These are 5 watts. All right, it's not that big of a difference. I mean, this is going to be enough power for the actual. Actually, this is not 5 point. It's 3.2, I think it is. But if you the Raspberry Pi will take the information really simple, and it'll work. All the LED lights work properly. In fact, I have a working demo in here, and I'm pretty sure Mr. ER792105 has used it. He's actually played my other system. So right now, what I'm doing, I'm just gonna show you guys. Let me disconnect this. And give you a little demo of what I'm talking about again. So somebody made this for me. I'm not gonna be taking credit. I actually built one, but he went on my plans that I gave him. I left the gap in here because we're gonna put a keyboard in here. I want to be able to use this for not just Raspberry Pi. It's not gonna have the one I have doesn't have a Raspberry Pi. It's gonna have a PC. This one I did the pre-holes with actual drawings that I have. And I pre-punched the hole too here so we could pass out the cables and the HDMI. Now, let me get you a little close-up on here. These are 30 centimeters, I believe, each hole that we're setting up in here. And if you guys see, we did additional first player, second player, coin 1, coin 2. And in fact, you don't have to put a coin system. You could buy your own coin slot in here that you could pre-build. Now, the reason I have these 2 drawers here, because they're going to be pull-out drawers. And they're going to be sliding drawers that we're going to be able to save stuff if we want. None of the components are going to be in here. I don't want any of the components, no power, no nothing. This is to save either tools, games, or whatever you want to do. And it's going to have 2 of them. And they're pretty long, as you guys can see. So there's going to be enough space in here for 2 of them. And in the back, I haven't done anything in the back yet because I'm going to work in the back of it. That's the only reason. We are going to cover the back. I'm going to cover mine with Pixie Glass.
ALMOT2000. And what EMU will you be using?
I'm going to be using the Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi B right now. We're going to use this one. I already have pre-programmed a lot of games in here for CoinOps. Like I said, I recommend you guys a Raspberry Pi for... This is going to be arcade, the one I have, but the other one's going to be PC. I have actually 2 of them. So we're building this one for a brother-in-law of mine. All right. On this one right here, I recommend you guys make sure you guys put radiators on it, and if you have a fan, perfect. If you're gonna enclose this in something that's gonna be hot and you're gonna be keeping it on for quite a while, you know, I recommend you a good ventilation, maybe a couple holes somewhere in the back. But if not,
7921005. How much have you spent so far?
this is under $300. Everything under $300. Probably $280, I would say, for everything. These are inexpensive. These are like $30. The actual the card, the SD card, was like $5.
Nice one, nice one.
Thank you. And a lot of stuff like this that we pre-built, I mean, it's out there already for people to actually do. So a lot of things that everybody's doing, it's been done already. I'm just going to show you guys. I'm actually going to set up see if I can find the picture, and I can put the picture of how it shows, you know, how the setup is supposed to be with the connection of these cables. These cables are the hardest thing that you're going to have trouble with. And if you find a good image on, you know, I can't tell you where to find your images, you know, for your games, because that'll be against the law. You do it on your own risk, you know. If you own the arcade, you're capable of handling that stuff, you know, that's fine. But as a kid, you always wanted something as big as this, but you couldn't have it. Now it's possible under $300. So right now, for $300, this is what gets you. If you go to Walmart, you buy those 1UP arcade systems for the same price, but you're only limited to the games that come with it. Either if you buy the Street Fighter, good luck finding the Street Fighter. This sold out everywhere. It comes with 3 Street Fighters. Street Fighter, that's it. This is going to have those games and every other game that the freaking other arcades have. So Miss Pac-Man, Donkey Kong. This is capable of playing up to Nintendo 64 games, but I'm not having Nintendo 64 on this system. I only want arcades. That's all we have. Arcades. 32 gigs is enough for 7,000 games that you're going to have. You're never going to, in your lifetime, probably end up finishing every game. So, you know, I'm just pretty much shooting for the games I want, like Ghosts and Goblins, you know, Street Fighters, Donkey Kongs, all the Miss Pac-Mans, all the Pac-Mans, you know, anything, Bubble, everything you played as a kid and you had fun as a kid, you can make it happen through this little device.
ALMOT2000, like Neo Geo.
It has all the Neo Geo games, the old school Neo Geo games. All the Neo Geo games, all the Streets Array, all that stuff is going to be inbuilt in it. So the image, of course, you get a NIC card that's basically SD RAM. If you're not familiar with a Raspberry Pi, then you should be getting if you want to build something like this, it's the easiest way to do it. The computer sits in the palm of your hand. It works wireless. You could transfer files. If you don't like the games, you could transfer the games out. You could transfer them back in. You are going to need a little bit of knowledge on the Linux system. You know, you're going to have to pre-program some of the stuff. You have to learn some of the stuff. This one right here in particular, they have 3 different versions of it. In fact, I have another version somewhere in here. Oh yeah, here's my Raspberry Pi. You guys are in luck. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the inside of my Raspberry Pi collection. So instead of you going to the store and buying your own Nintendo cartridges, I'm going to have a whole system in here too. You buy these USBs that come with pre-configured, and these are $2. $2. But they took me a month to get here because they come from China. So let me open one up, what I'm talking about. On this one right here, it's a micro USB, all right? But it gives you a micro USB here and 2 USBs, so you could add 2 joysticks on it if you're going to do certain things on the extended, you know. So this is an addition if you want to add different ways. You can pre-program your stuff. They make a smaller Raspberry Pi. Yes, a smaller Raspberry Pi. This is a Raspberry Pi Zero. So compared to its big brother, you know, it's a little bit slower, you know. This one actually has a wireless built in. Hey, don't break my shit back there, man. This actually has a wireless built in. So on this one, the capability of it, you can only probably play Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Sega, Genesis, and some of the arcades, and also some of the...
ALMOT2000. That's handy.
Yeah, this one could fit anywhere. I mean, let me show you what I did with that one, right? You're in luck today, brother. You're here. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. Here it is. Look at this. This is a Raspberry Pi that I built here on the stream. I did it on the stream too. I printed, 3D printed all this stuff. I set it up in here, and when you want to go to a party, all you got to do is take this, buy some old school Nintendo controllers. Buy some old school Nintendo controllers. $5. I think they were $5. I think. Plug it into your TV.
ALMOT2000. Damn.
Not the Magic Johnson, but it has all the games, all the Nintendo games onto this little cartridge, and they fit on there. Look at that. You power your HDMI. I haven't glued it yet because I'm still doing some updates on it. HDMI 2 connections. If you want to add more, you could, you know. But right now, 2 is fine for Nintendo games and Sega games. I mean, they don't make for any 4 games or anything like that. So your power goes here and your HDMI in here, and you take this in your pocket, or you get a pocket protector, whatever it is, and you take this. Hey guys, you want to play some games? Oh, I wish we had a system. Oh, wait, I do. Here you guys go. You know, you bust it out. So I gave 2 of these away already, and I'm going to raffle a couple of them. But the only thing is, I can't send you the games. I'm just going to have to send you the SD card separate, and that's on your own risk. So it's legal if you send the whole thing attached together, but if you send them in pieces, I didn't do the work.
ALMOT2000. Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, and here, like, let me give you guys a little demo. You do have to do a little cable management and a lot of hot glue just to keep it together. So here's a Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi, and this is more powerful than the Raspberry Pi because you could play Nintendo 64 games, like I said, but it doesn't fit on these cartridge. It does not fit on this cartridge, but I did find a way to make them fit in here, and I'm going to show you guys. If you guys ever want to see back, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. It's impressive. It's very impressive. So last 2 weeks ago, let me see if I can find it here. 2 weeks ago, Raspberry Pi released a brand new Raspberry Pi, and I think I don't have it here. Yep, I don't have it here. So the new Raspberry Pi is thinner and slimmer, and in reality, you can do the same thing on this one. So on this one, to make it fit into one of those cartridges, I would have to eliminate these 2 USBs and relocate them in a different location. What I'm going to do is unsolder these things. You know, if you guys never unsolder stuff, you know, maybe you want to stick around someday. I'm going to do it, but not, you know, I got so many things in my planned out right now. So we're going to remove the NIC card. We're going to remove other USBs. We're going to take cables and pre-plug the USBs on another location. In fact, I have that set up. In fact, here, let me see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about.
ER792105. Shut out from Diego Inaya.
Oh.
Stagger dog woof woof.
What's up?
LOL.
What's up, Stagger dog? Woof woof woof. So I'm trying to look for the cables right now, but I wasn't expecting you guys to have questions. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So check this out. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, okay. Check this out. So this one's a USB that I actually took apart. And the wire itself, I set it up as a pre-wire so it could even fit slimmer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this USB and merge it with this one right here. So it could flatten out the whole system and it could fit on a cartridge. So it'll be more powerful to run all these games on these systems now. So like I said...
Lone Star. Woof woof stagger dog.
Woof woof stagger dog. Woof woof. So like I said, this one's a lot powerful. Now... Raspberry Pi, they're in the UK.
Woof woof. Woof woof Lone Star.
Now, like I said, Raspberry Pi is completely stopping doing Raspberry Pis. They're doing a whole new model. And if you guys want to stick around for that, I'm going to wait for it as soon as it comes out. But at the moment, it's not out yet, and we're going to wait. So there's a lot of things down the pipeline that we're going to do on this, but I don't want to lose this part here because this is the brains of the whole operations in here. We're going to keep it here. And we're going to keep the Raspberry Pi. But this Raspberry Pi, it's a 0. These cost what, 15 bucks, 10 bucks? 10 bucks, all right? 10 bucks for this thing.
Stagger Dog Woof Woof. Base and I are on LOL.
Oh, you guys are on? Oh, that's funny, man. I will be on in 20, 30 minutes. Save me a spot, all right? Save me a spot. I will be on later. So if you guys, first time here, we do play a lot of games. Not only that, we built a lot of stuff. So let me give you a little demo of what I have here, but be discreet. I am a little dirty right now, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit of our little studio here. So let me start here. This is my setup here in the studio. I have junk. But this is the beast. I want to introduce you guys to the beast here. This is the beast here. This is a big monstrosity of a beast. I got my Kobe Bryant up there in the back. I got my Darth Vader, Star Wars. Cameras from in here. This one's always monitoring us. Go on, you know. Water cooling system that we built here on the stream itself. I didn't do it on the stream, but I did it in pieces. It took me 3 or 4 days to build the whole system. GPU water cooling, CPU water cleaning in a big old refrigerator. I'm calling it the fridge. We do our pre-party stuff in here for our actual TV. You know, we have more collection of Star Wars stuff, figures on the top, old school Star Wars sometimes, you know. And I do a lot of models too. I don't model. Like I said, I don't model. I do a lot of model figures. I like Predator stuff. You know, I love Predator stuff. I'm fixated with Predator. Predator versus Alien. I opened a couple up there. If you guys see, not too much. I do have more stuff that it's pretty much junk over there. It's all a mess right now. My 3D printing, my VR system, my little mini arcade system I built out there in the corner. Green screen covering right now because I have a lot of junk here. We do our printing. There's a lot of monitors there that need to be moved. The cable, I try to put my tools near me, but it gets messy after a while.
ALMOT2000. Nice setup, bud.
Thanks, man. And we do a lot of stuff in here. We do have LAN parties. I mean, the last LAN party, Stagger Dog and Kisan and Base Call, we had a great time.
Stagger Dog Woof Woof. Tia said hi.
Who said Tia? Oh, Tia said hi. Alright, tell Tia I say hi too. So right now we're doing all the pre-buttons on this stuff. And I know I'm talking too much, but that's the whole thing. We're communicating here. So like I said, this is going to be powering this whole thing. And let me show you how the monitor is going to be. I have a mock-up right here. This is a 27-inch monitor. It's going to go here. Just like that. We are going to do a back base. We're going to put in some pictures in the back, make sure it's covering up, but you're not going to see the cables. It's going to be seamless. LED lights around it are going to be lighting it up, so the lights are going to be going with the music of the game. Excuse me. The music of the game is going to be playing.
ALMOT2000. Made for it.
Yep. Custom made for it. But the next one is going to be actually larger. We do have 32-inch monitors that we want to set up in there. And it depends up to you, however you want to build. If you guys want the blueprints on this, I can post them up too also and show you guys exactly the cutouts. The cutouts are not that expensive. It depends on the wood that you spend. If you end up spending a lot of money on the wood, you're going to spend a lot of money on the whole setup. Like I said, this was under 300 bucks. There was different steps to doing it. The hardest thing probably is putting everything together, to be honest with you. I got this on Friday. I haven't had time until today to actually come and do the buttons. And I had an assistant, a little green elf right behind me that I stole from Santa just to help me out. And we're trying to set this up and have it done. And if you demonstrate the joystick. Now let me show you something about the joystick, all right? The joystick itself, the ball sucks. That little ball, it's horrible. I hate it. But it came with the system. So I replaced them with this. Now these are a lot better. They're not the oval ones, but they are pretty awesome. They're like the teardrops pretty much. These are $3. I know they're expensive, but when you're playing the games, I don't like these sausage fingers are not made for that little ball, that little curve ball. No, I'm not gonna put those on. These are mine. These are my personal ones I'm gonna keep. So I'm actually, huh?
Want to see how they work?
Oh, you want to put them on here? Put them on. Show them everybody how it looks. So show them one with the oval and the other one with the put the other ball back. Yeah, so you can show them how they look and put them side by side so people can see. Now it does make a difference. You feel a lot better with the for big hands. This is a perfect thing for bigger hands. You know, the other one's for smaller hands. So can you show them on the camera side by side, like sideways, so you can see it? They can't see it. There you go. So that's a perfect size. See how it is, and it gives you more a bigger grip, because the lower it is, it's harder. You actually feel more of the bottom part of it, more of the there's more friction here, to be honest with you. If your hand's more closer, this is pretty much how it would be, like this. Now on the button, this is how it will be, hitting the button maybe once in a while. In this way, I'm gonna be playing from the top. It's a big difference on the actual raising it, you know. So not that expensive, $4 for the set, you know, which is not that bad. They're made in China. Now, if you guys are professional and you want to take it to the next step, you could print your own. Now, unfortunately, I just got a brand new printer that I could have printed my own, but in this case, it's a little difficult because inside the middle, if you guys see the middle, there's metal piece in there, and that kind of is to hold the friction and everything. And I'm gonna crazy glue this at the end too. So you don't want to make sure that if you print.
AOMOT2000. I gotta go get some food. Nice to meet ya. Have a great day. God bless.
Oh, you too, man. Thank you, and come again, man. And I'll see you guys in the next one. We're also gonna come back in a couple minutes and play some games. That's what we pretty much do. We're gamers here, gamers for life. Stagger and Basecall and other people are still waiting for me. I just want to start this out and see what you guys see of the project. I'm gonna add more stuff to it, so you guys might miss some of the stuff when I'm not around. But I'm gonna try to pre-record some of the stuff.
ALMOT2000. Thumbs up sign.
All right, thank you, brother. Come again. All right, so I'm gonna stop the stream right now. We're gonna talk a little bit more. We're doing all the buttons right now, and you guys don't have to see all this stuff, but I am gonna put another video where we're gonna actually start plugging them in. And we're going to show you exactly how to plug them in if you end up buying this kit. If you're not going to buy this kit, and like I said, if you buy for the Raspberry Pi, I would suggest plug it in like how we're going to plug it in. If you don't plug it in the same way, then you're fine if it's for PC. But today, we're going to call it a day and see what you guys come in
later.
All right, Lone Star, we'll see you later. And thank you guys for coming in, and thank you for subscribing. I'm your host, Prophet74, and we got Supernova back here, Super Lion Nova helping me out today. And I hope you guys had a great Christmas. Have a great Christmas, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. Over and out.